We can just check in, kick back, unwind, surrounded by widows that feel like mine. These are the people sharing you up. Tears for tears when things go wrong. Oh, a friendly show, yeah, they got your back. With a love like that, there's nothing you lack. It's more than just being there, it's a vibe. Heart to heart moments
Hello? It's more than just being there, it's a vibe. Heart to heart moments feel
Ads are starting. Dylan will continue the conversation after the ads are over. Thank you for supporting the stream.
All right, here we go. First stream of the new year, and let's go hot. All right, we are here. Not of the new year, it's the last stream of the old year. So, first stream post-Christmas. And we're trying something a little bit different today. We've got Lego, definitely for sure. You can see in the corner that I was wonderfully gifted the Shrieking Shack from Fantastic Sherlock Fox, but I just want to pause and say good morning to everybody. Hello to Fantastic Sherlock Fox. Good to see you. Surprise. Also good to see Jay. Welcome on in. And thank you for being the absolute first person here. The first official person here. And, yeah, let's see what we got. Bad sleep isn't good. You've been clearing out cupboards. Yeah, I get you. I get you. Bad sleep has had some pretty weird effects on me last few days. I'm seeing the wrong side of midnight far too often. So, yeah, I totally hear you. Audio sounds good and video quality looks good. For now, that's good. Basically, aside from me being able to do that and shake my camera, basically I was a little worried that the shots are a bit grainy because this is the old camera that I didn't want to continue using for forever. But things happen, and yeah, there we go. So I had to put my watch on. You guys probably got to see all that. Got to see my hand. Putting my watch on mute, and then I just realized it'd be easier if I take it off. Because I can charge it. There we go. Okay, so let's just get right on into it. Today's build is the Shrieking Shack. What's going to be a little bit different is that in the top left corner there you see the Lego Build It app off of my tablet. And what we're going to do with that is hopefully use that in lieu of the usual style of digital instructions. So we'll see what we can do. Let's see, Geek Out has switched again. Not quite sure why, but that's fine. Let's see. Name one social media site. Well, that's not too hard. Let's see how many we can name. Because, you know, Discord would probably count there. Right. In the box. We have at least 5 bags. Let's dump these out. You can see we've got a lovely set of instructions and some stickers. Yippee yippee. And in the instructions, although it is one book, we have a build together option on this one. Now, I'm not familiar with actually doing the build togethers. What the idea is with those is that you can take your build set and divide it up amongst multiple people who are using the app for building instructions, and then they can each build different parts at the same time. Makes sense in this case because we've got the Shrieking Shack itself, and then we've got the Womping Willow, and an animagus conversion set up in the middle there. Let's see. Jay says Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X. Yeah, that works. And we've got Fantastic Sherlock Fox names, of course, Twitter and X. Discord, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok, yep. MySpace, Facebook. And the only one I could think of that hasn't been mentioned yet would be Mastodon. Look at this. Roll it. Geek Out Now is 2 films in which a character dies and then comes back to life. Now it says fantasy, but I will take other genres as well. So, but fantasy is probably where we should start if we can. Okay, in the booklet we are starting with looks like the Shrieking Shack. Let me just double check. Nope, looks like we're starting with the Womping Willow. Alrighty then. Let's get to it. So we're gonna hit start building. Well, it's doing that. I'll find bag 1. Builder's just about, how to say, just about done. Okay, so we've got all of these parts. We've got Hermione and Harry, and the fencing and the tree. Okay, yeah, we got all those bits. Great. Thanks. All right. So I guess bag one. There we go. Boop. All the bag one. Not only is this kind of fun with the 3D element of things, but we've got a little bit more that we can do in terms of twisting and turning and spreading apart things and finding where the bits go. So we'll see how this turns out. And I have a bazillion parts. Okay, so there's Hermione's legs. Hey there, Mama Bear. Great to see you. Welcome in. Oh, we got a fixing stick, a brick separator in the right color, so we're good. I'll just set that one aside in case we need it. Okay, not a whole ton of separation or sort of sorting here. So we got that one, this one, head or hair. I think it's Ron's head. For once, I'm going to give Hermione's got two faces, right? Nice one. And then she's also got a rather grumpy one. And I usually give her the nice faces, so I'm going to give her the grumpy face for a change. But let's start with the legs and torso. There's your torso print. So she's got mud and stuff on her because she's been dragged around a fair bit and splattered on and all kinds of stuff. She's not impressed. Now somebody messed up her hoodie. How dare they? Oh, well. Okay, let's go next. Okay, so then we put on... I just had the head. Where did I... Huh. Oh, there it is. It rolled. Yeah, her head did just roll off. Yep. So let's put her head back on her body so it can't roll away. And then the hair on top of that. I may have changed the white exposure on this one. We're a little bit rough. Let's see if we can change this. Okay. We'll have to see how that works. We're a little tight on the colors. Let's see if we can go -6 maybe? On exposure. Whoa, nope. Not quite. Okay, I'm gonna let it do its thing again. We'll cross our fingers it doesn't turn out rough, but there, so we've got Hermione. Yay! Alright, so Hermione can sit up at the top of the at the top of the screen. It'll also let me know sort of where my borders are, my edges. Okay, so next step. Oh, they want to give her a wand. I'm not going to. We know this drill. This is where I put the wands away in another box, and so that we don't actually lose them. But it does let me know I didn't spill out one of the bags. Okay, because I didn't want to show the tile yet. So we'll put the tile up by Hermione. Alright, so she's getting a wand, but we're going to put them in the wand box. As I said, we don't want to lose them. So I have, here comes the wand box. Just a few. Because I've got just a few, I might as well give her a wand for a change. Why not? Let's grab one that I've already split apart from the color. Oh, come on. Yeah, just a few. Well, I'm looking at, I've got a couple of 3D prints that need to come first, but I'm looking at a base that I'm going to need to make a trip to our brick bin shop and grab a bunch of 1x2 plates. So basically these puppies, but preferably in either white or clear. We'll see what color, well, matching the base, whatever the base is I want. And then I've got a design for 3D print where it takes those into little rectangles. And that way you don't worry about having third-party printed studs up inside the feet of your Lego figure, because that can ruin them. So that way we can print little bases that have the, then the character will snap on here, and I can have a whole row of them. And I've seen this design that has some risers and such. It looks quite nice. So we'll get on to printing that after I print a couple of things that I've got in mind for Fantastic Sherlock Fox. They were supposed to be part of his Christmas gift, but one, I wasn't organized, and two, more importantly, we had a... Yay. We had a... Thank you. So we had a visit on Boxing Day to go to, so on the 26th, which we wanted to gift the kids in the house, sort of like a hostess gift, I guess, in a way. So we printed them little 3D dragons, and they look really nice. The issue was that it just took a long time. I don't remember whose dragon style it was. I think it was one of the Cinderwing ones. Not Cinderwing. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyways, here's Ron. He's got his legs and his torso. Yep. It's not a unique Ron. We've seen this Ron before. And honestly, this is the one that should be all muddy. Because he's the one that got all dragged around, but oh well. We'll deal with that later. So, this one. And then his head. He's, of course, got... Did I have something interesting? Yeah, there we go. So he's, of course, got his interested head. Blaring here. And his uninterested head. I'm going to go with the uninterested head because he's rather ticked off in the whole situation. Does it go uninterested head with his hair? And I guess I need the wand box back. You've got one head, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. You're not double-sided. You're not like Coral or something. Okay. So, okay, it wants you to reveal the tile. Let's get the wand first. He's got a sort of a mid-brown wand. Oops. There we go, trying to fling them into other things. So he's got a mid-brown wand to replace for the two. There we go. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't put a rat in his hand, but I'm sure that'll come later. Jay said, I got 2 3D printed dragons for Christmas, a black one with an egg, and a white one which glows in the dark. Oh, cool! What color does it glow? I'm curious. Because I know a lot of people say glow in the dark. But glow in the dark by default can be a lot of different things. Like, I didn't realize that until we bought Filament, and it's like, oh yeah, I forgot that you could get orange or blue or whatever. Kind of blue. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. Okay, so here's Ron. And then wants me to reveal the tile. So this time, see, this is a set from 2022, so we're back into the purple collector tiles. Here we've got whatever the heck that is. I think it's Rowena Ravenclaw because let's see if I can. Okay, you can sort of see at the top. She's got a bit of a tiara sitting on her head, which would be the diadem that the kids have to go after later on. So I think that's head of Ravenclaw, Rowena Ravenclaw. There we go. All right, so there's your tile. Whoa, whoops. And Ron. There we go. All right, let's get back to things. Okay, so this one. Yes, Bloaty. Uh-huh. Okay, next, please. This is where things start to get interesting. So we've got the plate. Now, this section on the side here will actually show me that's where the little list of parts is. I can take a look at that closer if I needed to. But if I pull it out of the way. So we've got the strip, and it wants me to put one of the barrel pieces on the corner. Times a lot. But I've got one on the other corner. Actually, why am I holding this in the air? That makes no sense. Let's put it down here. So we've got that. And then this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one. 2, 3, 4. This one. Okay, and then a bump. Looks like we got ourselves a very snowy Shrieking Shack, so that makes kind of sense. Come on, go. There. You're gonna get a lot of me reaching across because the tablet is on the other side of the desk. Okay, so we've got blinking tiles. No, the slipper style. This one. Jay says the dragon is cool. Your daughter got the black one because she bought herself a Minecraft chest box a while ago, and joking said I needed an ender dragon to guard it, and she remembered that I'd said that. That's cool. I like that one. Oswin, you are right on the money. You beat me to it. So is that 3 people we know now that have the chest? The chest box. Is that the one that's like the crafting table thing, or is that actually a different one? Because if it's a different one, then we have a set to start hunting for. Okay. One of the things I like about the digital version, when we can get it, and I've been wanting for quite a long time to be able to share that with you guys in stream, is that you can start to see where things are blinking. Now, the lighting is a bit bright in here, so the color is a bit off. Let's see if I can do anything about that. Lego. Filters, maybe? What do I got for effect filters? Isn't necessarily one that lets me... Luma key, maybe? Try that. Nope, that's not it. That's not what I want. Nope. Yep, definitely not. Okay. Delete. We may just drop the white. We'll see how that goes. Because the exposure is not what we want. Ooh. Everything blue. That's not good. I don't want everything blue. Making everything dark. That's worse. I want... Oh, not that. Duh. Okay, well, I'll play with it later, unfortunately. We're kind of stuck with that. What am I? There's not a lot I can mess with on here. Okay, well, we'll just have to go with it. Sorry, guys. See what we can do about fixing that white a little bit later. It's actually light blue on my screen, but it's coming across really white, so not quite sure how to fix that. Alright, and I need... It's blinking about an arch. These, there we go. One, please, straight, maybe? You, come on. Go straight. There we go. We're just dealing with fence. I mean, it can't be all that hard. So set it aside, and it wants the cross beams. This one, and this one.
Hello there.
Two, these. Hey there, lass, how are you doing? We did indeed have a good Christmas. We hosted, actually, so it was a bit chaotic. That's normal, you know? Bit of a rush. We have, my mother-in-law comes to stay on Christmas Eve, and she's just from across town, but it makes it a lot easier for her to relax if she's not driving home from our end of the city, because my mom is really nearby. And so my mother-in-law comes and stays at our place overnight. Right, so then these go on top of that. And you're getting the opportunity to see a little bit of what what I've scored, I guess you could say. The Lovely Gift. This one, I believe, is from Fantastic Sherlock Fox. But I will be confused if it wasn't. But that just means it would be from Santa, which I'm always confused as to which is from whom in our house, just because the two of them collaborate so well. All right. We have little spyglass things. Okay. Blinking, and they want a white stud on the second one. 1, 2. Supposed to be 4 of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. I've got 2. They did not roll away. I swear. Oh, it's because I did it wrong. Haha, they don't want those. There we go. We want 2, the taller ones in the center, and then little feet, quite literally, on the sides. These are, let's see if I can show this one better. This is hard to show, but these are actually little feet. So, yeah, you've got like a little set of toes on the front there, and then of course it clips to something else. So that's what they're using on the corners. I've seen this style before. Sometimes they use these, sometimes they use like arms from the little Star Wars, oh shoot, I forget what they are. They're one of the droid types anyways. Stickers! That's okay. So we'll set this aside. Sticker time. What are we putting on? These? Must be, because they're the biggest ones we've got. Right. Yep, looks like the right length. Okay. Then we need our trusty brick separator. Now I've swapped for a slightly older one just because I don't like chewing up the new ones. This particular one's been dinged a little bit. I have extras, so not extras. I mean, I have fresh ones from other kits. Yes, there we go. All right, so sticker placing, always a joy. What I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna put it on this one. And that way I can hold it down. Now I've got glares coming in over my shoulders, so we'll have to... oh, it's not good. I can't see how long it is. I should not have done that because now I'm having a little bit of problem with curl. Yeah, it's crooked. That's still slightly crooked, but it'll do. There's one. I have to do it one more time. Come on, you. Off you get. So this one's not as curled, which should be helpful. I saw that some of the others in our community got some pretty cool Lego for Christmas too. Looks like in Dadcraft's community, TK Grape's daughter Cookie Kid scored some pretty sweet Lego as well. Some neat sets. I know there was a a competing brick company's something she got. Like, it wasn't Weebricks, so, you know, the quality competitor product. And let's see, what else did she get? Oh, and she got a lot of the Lego flowers. I noticed that too. But what caught my eye, of course, is the fact that she picked up some Miniverse sets. So the resin curing type of model life, I guess, model stuff. And one of the similar sets to one of the ones our daughter received for Christmas. So I'm getting to see some of the stuff that Cookie Kid is building up close. And it's really kind of neat stuff. I liking the flower sets a lot too. They're looking really good. Go. It's gonna take me a little bit to get used to the fact that I can actually see things this well. Alright, so we should theoretically be into the tree, I believe. Yeah, okay, tree and then Harry. So we've got tree time. Boop. Alright, so I'll set this piece aside up near Ron and Hermione. Actually, I guess we don't need to see that one. I'll set it off screen for a bit. Okay, so we're back into this one. We've got a Lego foot, or a curve. One, two, together, and then they go. Yes, I see that. Don't be, I'm not that stupid. And back there. All right. One of the other reasons I was looking forward to showing you guys this style of instructions is that I'm hoping, because it breaks it down even more than the paper ones do, that we would get Dylan making fewer mistakes, but we'll see how it goes, because a lot of this pressing the thing over and over again is going to be a bit of a pain. So I wonder if I can get my tablet mouse to behave on this one. Maybe? Oh, does not look like it. Okay. So much for that idea. It's okay, I can touch. You know, I'm spoiled that I can do that. Hey Metalhead, how are you doing? Good to see you. Hopefully you had a good holiday. Let's see, where are we here? Wow, Bot is yakking a lot. Lush. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, yeah. For some reason my brain was thinking Lego. Go, gee, wonder why. I think I have seen the Minecraft chest at Lush. Okay. You guys can see what I did wrong. So maybe it doesn't stop Dylan from making mistakes. There. That's better. And I need a curve gray, but just like a 1x2 narrow one. There we go. Here. Yeah, okay. What happened there? I missed something. So we go here, snaps in. Okay, so we're making the bit that goes underneath. It's funny how it shows you that and then flips it over. All right, so we've got gray piece flipped over with that. Okay. This one, and then another piece with two studs going across. The thing I do like about it is it's a little bit bigger. So the pictures, without all the Lego pieces on the corner showing up, it is a little bit bigger. Now we do lose the cute guy going across the bottom of the page. Actually, let me just check. Yeah, we do lose the cute little Harry Potter going across the bottom, but I think I can sacrifice that. We do get to see the yellow bar instead. Okay, so that chunk then we flip it all over, and it goes right up against this bit. In. Right. I'm distracted monkey. Where we go? This needs a flat plate. There. Aha. Osmond yak yak. Okay. This one. There. Here. Okay, so the long and the short. The long and the short of it is, I'm just kidding. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Because you went to lunch and you're not allowed. Come back. Thank you. Yep, no, Dylan's just gonna make more mistakes. There we go. Alright. Oh! I'm not entirely sure. This song is called Love Will Save the Day. Now, the interesting bit, when I just went, ooh, there is a song we've had that, unfortunately, I should have skipped. And I'm not actually listening to the music right now. I'm not hearing it. So I missed that. So technically, at some point, this stream broke its rules. So yeah, if you guys ever happen to hear something that's untoward, please do let me know. I've been in contact with Epidemic, and unfortunately, they do not have a way of skipping explicit songs. And then they offered me the chance to be part of a survey user experience program thingamajig. Yeah, what's this? Oh, okay, that's what that is. So these, yeah, okay. These are the slipper-shaped ones. Well, the past song, previous one was called Hannah Dursit. So maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so if you guys ever do catch an explicit song, please do let me know and I'll try my best to skip it. I just don't have it playing through because when they have lyrics, unfortunately, it picks up on the mic and that's just, it's not helpful. Okay, so let's set that one back. Side, what are we doing? Okay, so we've got this chunk needs this big piece. Okay. I think it's clipped on with that one. Come on, there we go. Now we're blinking pieces. Okay. That one. I like the way it sort of clips on in different ways, but they don't always have it attached in more than one spot, so at the moment this white section is a little bit flimsily attached. Oh. One of my bugbears. I find it really annoying when people who are doing Lego don't snap things in a very firm way, and then it all comes crumbling out. Part of the reason it bothers me is because I have a horrible habit of being able to just press it a little bit too hard and things go flying across the room. Okay, I need... So I want one of these curved gray 1x2 bits. There it is. They're upside down on this side, and that's not helping me. So let's just flip a few of these over. Because I can find the 1x2s. That's not too bad. But these ones will throw me a little bit. Itchy nose. Sorry about that. I haven't yet got allergic to the stream, but we'll see how it goes, because it seems like just about every time I do streaming, I have a dust situation or something, and I end up sneezing. I've already started the sneeze for the day. There was a bug going around in our house coming up to Christmas. My daughter had it first, and she actually had to stay home from school. And then Fantastic Sherlock Fox seems to have got it as a sinus cold, which is rough. And then, and aches and everything else. And I've just got the ears and some of the aches. Okay, there we go. Geeka has switched to Disney live action. Name 2 films in which talking animals appear. I know we've had this one before, but hey, why not? We're finishing out the year. We can throw it together. By the way, for those of you that are in Discord, feedback, please. I'm thinking about ditching the bot that we have for the question of the day. Mama versus we passed a cold around the family as well. No fun. Yeah. So I've just got the aches and stuff. I seem to be avoiding it, but I told Fantastic Sherlock Fox if he starts coughing or something, then I have to go sleep somewhere else. I mean, not like I'm spending the whole night in there right now anyways. Got, sleep issues as it is. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh yeah. I'm thinking about moving or ditching our question of the day bot in Discord. Some of the questions, it could just be where my headspace is lately, but some of the questions are a little uncomfortable. Even though I tried to pick safe sets. Some of them are just, it's just not getting... I didn't expect it would get a whole lot of conversation, but it's just not really doing it. Olaf? Well, he's not really an animal, but maybe. Okay, what do we got? So I'm thinking about ditching that, but what I would do instead is there's a way for me to have the bot post, as in my stream bot, post the question of the day from stream to Discord. And that could be our question of the day, and then you would have fewer of them, because on days where I don't stream, you wouldn't end up having a question of the day in Discord. And then I could just put it in the general channel. Wow, Metalhead? You accidentally triggered an Easter egg that, yeah, okay, Jay might know. There's a story to this one, and I'll pull it out after stream. I'd forgotten that was there. So, for those of you that used to know Huge Stormy Owl, another one of our streamers, believe last time I was watching her material, consistent or semi-consistently, she was with the Slack Lizard community, but she started out with the Dadcraft community, and her husband, who went by a bazillion different names, we had Emperor Waldensbury III, and a few other names, Mr. Owl, basically. When Huge Stormy Owl would have trivia questions about, what Disney film, blah, 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 whatever. When they'd have that, his answer, almost 100% of the time, we'd jump in and be Mulan. Even though he knew down, definitely 100% that he was wrong, that wasn't the answer. Then he's like, no, it was the answer to everything. So then we rolled into the Douglas Adams reference there, but the answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42. And there's a bizarre connection there related to an old UK panel show that's been going still called QI, which is supposedly quite interesting, where similar behavior would be out of one of the panel guests named Alan Davies, who his answer to absolutely everything was blue whale. And so they were joking that nope, it's never gonna be blue whale, except when it really is. So it's too many layers there, and I forgot that Easter egg was in there. The Stormy Owl community would get most of it, if not all of it, and I totally forgot that was in there. So I'll pull that out. But yes, yes, Mulan has a talking dragon, but that's the only thing that talks. So yeah, so Mulan does count. I totally forgot that was in there. Whoops. See, I even surprised myself. At least it's better that it was on this Lego stream rather than on something else. Okay, so we've got 2x. That is a little square. Get this mess out of the way. There. I guess. That didn't help. That's supposed to be a New Year's background mix. I didn't realize that the note playing is all messed up. Okay, the song coming through is actually called On and On. Just scrolling through to make sure I don't have any more explicits in the list. Nope. Looks like I just played the only explicit in the list. Fantastic. Alright. Yes, it would. Yes, I haven't seen that one in years, and I love that film, Mama Bear. Bedknobs and Broomsticks is one of my favorites. I'm an Angela Lansbury nut, so... Poor Fantastic Sherlock Fox. He agreed to watch Mrs. Santa Claus with me over Christmas, because I had made such a big deal out of it, and it really is part of my thing, like, it's my favorite. One of my favorite 2 Christmas movies. And, this year was so weird and hectic, I didn't really feel like I was in the mood for a run of multiple Christmas Carol runs, so I wanted the sing-songiness of Mrs. Santa Claus, and he watched it with me. It was great. I had misplaced the DVD. Turned out I'd lent it to my mother-in-law. She didn't think she had it, and then I found out like 10 days later she had it. It was sort of, oh, well, too late, because I had, up to that point, hadn't seen it on YouTube. So I was like, okay, well, great. I wonder if there's just a few clips from it, because I've now got, no time. And turned out that, no, 2 different channels actually had posted the full thing, which I could swear up and down it wasn't there earlier, but maybe it was, and I just had used the wrong query or spelled it wrong or something. So anyway, but off-season, I'm quite an Angela Lansbury nut, which has actually just recently taken me down a different hole, sort of related to Harry Potter, where Angela Lansbury did Sweeney Todd, which is the musical about the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. They've done a movie version of it with Helena Bonham Carter and Johnny Depp, which I've not seen. I want to, because I'd be curious to see how well they each sing. I'm pretty sure Depp can sing. Might have seen him in something else, but I had not seen the other one. So your connection there is there was early Grindelwald as Johnny Depp, and then we had Helena Bonham Carter played Bellatrix Lestrange. But back to the Sweeney Todd thing. So Angela Lansbury had played in that, and I just recently found out another Harry Potter connection was that in a different stage version, the same character that Angela Lansbury had played was played instead by Imelda Staunton, who most of you probably wouldn't recognize by name, but she of Downton Abbey fame as well as Harry Potter fame. She played Dolores Umbridge. And so yeah, so there you go. Dolores Umbridge can sing. How's that? If you're actually quite serious, Mama Bear, and want it, I can post a link in Discord after stream. Want the Santa Claus thing. And just file it for next year if you're not in the mood. Yeah, so Imelda Staunton, I can never remember the Downton Abbey character she played in the first Downton Abbey film. I keep thinking I've seen the second one, but it turns out I didn't see the second Downton Abbey film. But she's also done, Imelda Staunton's also done a bunch of other Broadway material. Lots and lots. From like Guys and Dolls to Gypsy. Oh shoot, there's a few other ones that I can't remember off the top of my head at the moment. So I started going down a rabbit hole of finding YouTube clips of that. And then one other loop it round, Downton connection. I did not know that Imelda Staunton's husband is the actor that played the butler Carson in the Downton Abbey series, which I started watching the first season after, so I knew of it and had seen short clips of the series, but never really sat through it, partly because it was something my mother was into and I was deciding I was not going to watch what she was into, which is dumb because usually she and I like a lot of the same stuff. Anyway, so I didn't watch it. But then Fantastic Sherlock Fox and I went and saw the first Downton movie in theaters. And I quite liked it. So we started watching a little bit of the first season. And then it just sort of petered out. We never got there. But yeah, so Imelda Staunton is actually married to the guy who played Parson. Yeah, I mean, the fact that she didn't change her name really threw me. But on the other hand, if you've got a good name for yourself in Broadway, why change it, you know? She played Lady Bagshaw. Excellent, thank you. That's the one I keep forgetting. I mean, 9 chances out of 10, if it was to be, you know, DC-esque review, Deadcraft style, it would be like Bag Rats or something. I don't know. But yeah, Lady Bagshaw. So Lady Bagshaw did not survive the movie. Sorry, spoiler. Which is part of why I didn't remember the character. But legit, she went on many, many interviews saying, I actually had to audition for this role, legit. I didn't get it because of my husband being in the film. And I didn't even know that. Like, I didn't pay any attention until I forgot who it was. So, yeah. Kind of neat. She's an intriguing character. What do you think of her role in the story? You know, Oswin, I actually really liked her role in the story, because I find that family very complicated to figure out who's related to who, and who's got money and who is sort of like a inheritor, etc., etc. And so her role was just interesting. Apparently she's some sort of cousin or something or other, and people wanted to get the money back in the family when she passes on, and then we find out that it sounds like she's not going to, and it's all kinds of wrong. Well, it's not actually wrong in the end. Besides, I mean, really, who's that family to talk anyways? They've elevated a chauffeur. Okay, so set this bit aside for a second. Set this bit up there. And we've got this turned around. Yeah. Speaking of time investments, yeah, totally. I like that era quite a lot. But it also reminds me, I was going to be rewatching some Miss Marple with, it's going to bug me, Fantastic Sherlock Fox knows who my favorite Miss Marple actress is. Which, I mean, by the way, Lansbury's played that too. There you go, full circle. Gonna bug me now. Anyway. But I was going to do that, and Fantastic Sherlock Fox has been offering, and I've been being adult, assuming that he didn't really want to, and that he was just being tolerant. Which actually, it's no, he likes it. It's just that when I'm not watching with him, like watching things with him, he will watch a bunch of other stuff he knows I do not want to watch. I have a bit of a, frankly put, soft stomach when it comes to violence. And he's not into heavily violent stuff without story. But there's a bunch of stuff he will watch that I just don't really see the point. Also, I don't do well with, jump scares and stuff, so while he's quite into, what do you call it, like Stranger Things, for example, I'm not. The whole supernatural jump scary thing doesn't work for me. I don't dislike it when he shows me clips and stuff of it, but I wouldn't really want to sit through the whole season, I guess. So this chunk goes on here and needs to be able to rotate. I think they're going to show us why. But there's that. The other thing that we picked up that I want to watch nostalgically is we've bought ourselves a box set of the entire series of Babylon 5. And as you can imagine, it's on my I would like to watch it again list. Ooh, it's the wrong way. So that needs to come too. And it's one of those never enough hours. But I'd love to get back into all that and actually sit through Downton Abbey. There's also some other British mystery that I would love to watch. I remember sitting through with my mom when I was younger, Midsummer Murders. I wouldn't rewatch that one, but that, just by sheer airing, the way we've got it in North America. I don't know if it was PBS or what it was we got, but anyways, she got me on to Inspector Morse and A Touch of Frost, and I think it's the other way around, because those two series are linked. And so it's one of those, yeah, at some point I'll watch that again. If you say you love B5, just to have some fun getting Slack Lizard started on it. He will go on about it for ages. And the best bit for me, amusingly, is that he is very, very good at remembering details in a way that I'm not. So he remembers exactly, oh, you know that episode from season blah, 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 where such and such, like, pardon me, what? He goes, I think it was called, and I go look it up, and yep, sure enough, he's bang on the money. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Well, maybe anybody that did survive that were all descendants of the strange people who survived in the Miss Marple series, even though that was supposedly set much earlier. Okay. It's one of those things, where I'm having a day where I seem to either be able to function concept-wise or with words, not both. So we're going to have a day without good words. Excuse me, I'm very, very itchy now. I'm just going to kill the camera for just a second and itch my nose, and I'll be right back. Nope, that's not it. All right, we're back. So we've got that one. Let's see what they want us to do with it. Okay. So we're making the cloud moon section quite clearly from I'm trying to remember which one it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think is the Dementors. Yeah. So we've got Lupin coming up at some point here, because we're going to be switching and rolling it over and being able to show the clouds and the moon. Get yourself in. There we go. Yes. Well, Jay, that's my favorite actor. So David Suchet is my favorite actor to play Poirot. Okay. It's this disc. Now, for me, it looks white. On there, it's sort of an off-white. It is, but yeah, okay. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys. Maybe I'll have to take a picture and post it in Discord. But it's a bit off-white here because it's actually a glow-in-the-dark piece. And so I don't think I can get it glowing on stream in a way that would actually show reasonably. So I think I'll just have to write myself, or if somebody who's got access to Discord can write just a note to remind me to actually take a picture. Okay, I want this offset in such a way. How do we... Huh? Okay, this one. Oh, there. Up, yes. Yes, I coulda... Yeah, okay. I love the fact that I can do this. Let's reset, turn, next page. So it's going to show you, there we go, so it's going to show you that it's designed to glow, which is pretty cool. And that goes on top of this mess. Here. Into bag 2. Alright, so we have a lot of little leftover bits, but none of them seem to be duplications. So I'm going to just set those aside. Yeah, here off camera. And let's grab bag 2. The sushi is my favorite. I have to stop making the comments and starting to come into things. Oh, ads in 2 minutes. Sorry, guys. I know it says Disney, but they just mean two titles by anybody, because I'm not fussed about it being Disney. But being Disney, I'm sure at least Metalhead can help us out with this one. Two. But yeah, so Sushi is my favorite. He definitely really personifies the role for me in the way that I think that Christie describes Poirot in books. What do we need? This weird looking thing and a black piece. I will say, as far as the character goes in terms of voice and demeanor, I would equally say, even though he doesn't look the part, Peter Ustinov did a good job. And so he did Death on the Nile as well as Murder on the Orient Express. But I've also seen Murder on the Orient Express with Albert Finney. And although Albert Finney was sort of a weird cross between the character and the part, I think he was a bit too intense. It's like someone fed him sugar on every single scene. So that didn't work all that well for me. I mean, hey, Finney was the first to put Poirot to modern camera. So I'll give him a bit of a buy, I suppose. I need 2 1x2 black. It's one of those ones, those pieces that's like so common that you should be able to find them everywhere, and then I have trouble finding them. Sure, yeah, Tangled will work fantastically. Yep. You're right, Cinderella to stretch, correct. Tangled would definitely work. At one point, I suppose you could say Sleeping Beauty might work. How many did we want? 2? Okay.
Ads are starting. Dylan will continue the conversation after the ads are over. Thank you for supporting the stream.
Oh. I guess it just slots down inside. Next. Yippee skippy. Oh, nope, the gray rod. Into 1x2. Where is this? Oh, nope. Slots through the whole thing. Okay. Does it go all the way through? Uh-oh. It does, and I have to line it up. Right. Come on. Fiddly thing. Come on. Doesn't want to go, so what I'm going to do is pull that bit out. Just make sure that I can get this thing through. Okay, so it will go through if I line it up right. So obviously I didn't have something quite where it needed to be. There we go. Looks like I just had to pre-stretch it. Beauty and the Beast? Yeah, I guess, yeah. Are you thinking of the scene with Beauty and Chip stuck in the lower workshop level of Beauty's house? Because that would definitely qualify. Another 1x2 with a hole in it. This one. Okay, and then what's a cap to hold it all together? For sure. Oddly enough, a lot of Disney's films actually have stuff like that. Okay, Mama Bear, you got this. Hydrate! Yay! Gives me a chance to show off my new water bottle. I got for Christmas a Lark water bottle, LARQ. Kind of hard to see there. But what it does is it has cool little blinky lights on it. Here, let me just switch to... Oh, actually, let's just show it right on camera. Duh! I have the perfect camera for this. I was like, let's use the Lego cam. Well, of course. So this thing has a little light on the top, and you can press it, and it does this kind of super bright deal. It measures the amount of water you've got in it, and then that blinking light is it's adding UV into the water. So UV light into the water, and that's for germ killing purposes. It's also got a straw with a filter on the bottom end that's probably about 3 inches long, maybe about that inside, and so that will filter particulates and whatever out of there. It's a carbon filter. The light goes orange if the thing is open while it's doing UV, just for safety purposes. So that's why I'm not going to play with that. The white ring that you see around the outside is also the ring that it uses for measuring measuring the amount of water left. So it can actually track it. On this side here, it's got a USB-C port for charging, but it should last a few weeks apparently. Maybe like 2, I guess. And the double blink is to say it's done. And then every hour, since the last sip I took, it will actually, what's the word? It'll like flash, so that's a breathing type motion. It'll actually flash at me to say, you didn't drink water. So let's just go in here. Okay, put it down. I'm gonna put the lid on. That's what it's supposed to. There we go. And that's it measuring again to see how much. And then there's an app I've got that I don't think I have on the tablet, so it's hard to show you. But there's an app that's got like a big arc, and it'll measure how much water I've drank. And the two connect by Bluetooth. So yeah. It now thinks I've had 13% of my daily allotment of 2.4 liters. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like that. It sounds fancy for sure, and fairly pricey, but it's also one of those double-walled insulated ones, so it does a really good job of keeping the water cold, which I do like from my Yeti bottles. Actually, oddly, I haven't touched my coffee yet today. Anywho's it. But I got that for Christmas, and I'm actually loving it. I'm one of those people that doesn't drink enough water, and the part of the reason that's a big concern is not just that I squirrel and don't pay attention and forget to drink, but also that the dehydration, especially when I go camping with the scouts, the dehydration actually got me in a little bit of trouble because it contributed to how quickly I got hypothermia when I was out at camp. And it wouldn't have been as bad if I had actually hydrated. But because I hadn't hydrated, it made it harder for me to take in warm drinks. So, yeah, when you get past a particular dehydration point, sometimes drinking fluids actually is sort of unwelcome, I guess. So yeah, that was a bit of a problem, like we can see. So now we've got the adventure mode. The bottle that has the blinking thing on the top, and then I press it once and it blinks like that. It'll also do it itself on a schedule. I think it's like every 2 hours or something, and that's literally by the clock, not just the reminder times. But the thing also has, they call it an adventure mode, which puts more UV into it than it does otherwise. So there's normal and then adventure. And the advantage to that is that if I pre-filter the water, so we don't have to worry about as much particulate jamming up the filters inside, which is pretty common, when we go, like pre-filtering, I mean, it's pretty common when I go, then in theory, I could grab, so I'm trying to find the parts while we're talking here. I could grab the bottle and, throw filtered water in it and then just chow down, not have to worry about whether or not it's been boiled safe, which is handy, but also sometimes when We've had water at camp. It just tastes funny in a way that I don't really enjoy. Is that brown or black? I think that's a black piece. Yeah, definitely a black piece. Okay. So I'm looking for the one by one, the little claw, and the black piece. I see brown ones. I know I have black ones elsewhere if I need it. But I'm just... There we go. There's the brown. It's just like a needle in a haystack today. Because we got all these make it haystackish. I don't see one. Maybe it's the dark brown? Yeah, it's probably dark brown then, because it doesn't... Yeah, okay. The fact that I had to look says it's probably dark brown. And if it turned out to be black, I have dark brown spares too, so that's fine. Just drank tap water, but I think the filtered water tastes funny, honestly. You know, it depends on what you're used to. I prefer the filtered water in our house just because of the consistency of the... Not of the water, but of the flavor. Whereas I find tap water seems to shift. Even though the other thing I don't get is Fantastic Sherlock Fox likes drinking tap water from taps in our house that I normally wouldn't. Not for any cleanliness reason. I mean, we keep our taps healthy. But I can't fathom filling up from the bathtub. To me, that just seems weird. It doesn't seem wrong as such. It's just weird. Okay, wait a minute. What are we doing here? So this. Okay, come on. Can I pinch you bigger? I'm trying to figure out. Oh, okay. So there is a bit of a weird angle on this one. And they're putting it down in the side. There we go. Okay. Oh, Brown. No, not Doc Brown from Back to the Future. Osmond, that was not meant as another Easter egg, sorry. No, I think Mama Bear is looking at Geek Out. She's referring to the other guy who's kind of a wizard and he claims to be able to teach, but then you find out he's actually a fraud, but that the character, our major character played by Angela Lansbury, is the one who's not the fraud. And yet the fraud wizard actually has a book of real magic, and he doesn't realize because he doesn't know how to use it. She figures out how to use it, and it really helps save the day. And the other thing is I now have a really messed up, I know it's incorrect, version of the Bedknobs and Broomsticks chant going through my head that they use for substitutionary locomotion. Of the three possible. So that one goes in. So I'm getting distracted by a single stud. What a waste. Okay, so we're going to go this way. I'm watching the clock as well because we don't need to go over time anymore. Yeah. Reguna Macoides Decorum Sadis D. That's my words for you for the day, even though it's slightly wrong. Alright, so now we have two real identities of Robin. Two. Yes, Robin and Batman and Robin, sorry. Because it's from the comics. I don't think there's another Robin in the comics as far as I know. Although maybe there's a gal named Robin for some reason. Okay, so we've got this chunk. Needs to have Slipper's Foot and Dark Stud. Not aware of another. Oh yeah, another one. Yeah, sorry. Well, then what would his name be? There are multiple different presentations of that character. Okay, come on, that's just lame. There are multiple presentations of Batman and Robin's Robin in the films and even in the books. They've been done differently, but Robin Hood only has one real identity. But in the books or movies, I'm trying to remember was there another one? Because the only one I could think of, I think, was Dick Grayson. I mean, he's had multiple different backstories, but I don't know if any other names. Maybe in the comics. Well, okay, I guess the of Locksley part. I guess, yeah. That was the only name I was thinking of, because Robin Hood is like a... With a lot of them, I mean, it's a, I guess as close as you can come to a nickname, a periodic nickname. A period nickname? Okay, straight strip. This one. Right? You gotta be gray, okay. That green flash is great, it's just that it's really... Since I'm not used to it, and I'm used to the red outlines, it's making me mess up my colors. As in, I'm not seeing it straight. There we go, okay. Wow. This one... I'm using an iPad for this, and even with the iPad, slightly larger screen, this is a bit weird, and I probably would have actually like stuck my nose right up to it to see what it looks like. Sure, no problem. Ugh. Okay. You know, as most parents are, at some point, we don't always necessarily 100% like our kids' friends, but this is a totally safe friend. It's just, she can be a little wired and occasionally opinionated, and every once in a while, she's a little fickle. But, you know, I can't really blame my daughter because this person's actually a really sort of a safe person to have as a friend. I don't mean as in a physically safe sense, just, you know, it's not like it's going to be a bad influence. Well, in most cases. Besides, her dad and I have lots in common. It's another one of our scout leader's kids, so. And frankly put, once my daughter's friends actually come over, they just disappear off to somebody's room or another floor of the house, and I don't have to see them, so why should I care? So Geek Out just switched. 3 characters appearing in Disney films or shorts pre-1950. Oh. Well, to be slightly provocative, I'm going to go with Uncle Remus. But more shorts, you can actually go with a lot of them because there were quite a number of other, what do you call them? Mother Goose Tale type stories that Disney did versions of. For example, they had 3 Little Pigs, definitely showed up in something. Actually, in a lot of things. I mean, we had pre-1950, we did have Goofy and Donald, although they weren't nearly as fleshed out as they are today. No bad puns intended. Minnie Mouse did exist, for sure. You can have Brer Rabbit and Brer Bear and Brer Fox. And I think that's about it. That says films or shorts, so that's where I'm coming with a lot of these is they had films and shorts. Though you will hardly ever, well, you will never find a legal version of Song of the South. If you're into watching bad cultural depictions of things that didn't actually happen that way, so to speak, that end up as a feel-good story, then the Song of the South is a great thing to watch on the web, so go find one. Okay, Mama Bear, I'm gonna have to Google it now too, unless you want to give us a quick summary, because I have no clue. No, it makes more sense. Is it... Yeah, I've got a lot of questions about the Robin thing. One with a pin on it has to go through here. On all 4 sides. Okay, so this one. But yeah, like a lot of them in the early stuff was safe, you know, 3 Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf kind of jazz. I think that was 19... Yes, Steamboat Willie would certainly count. Which means that actually that's the guess I'm not going to mention it because I can't think of his name, so it's not important. But prior to Mickey Mouse, it was actually going to be a rabbit. Disney was working on a rabbit and just couldn't really quite make it fly, but when he hit on Mickey's design, the Steamboat Willie version of him, there was definitely some more, I guess, synergy. Part of it was that people felt that the rabbit didn't fit for the voice that Disney was insisting on giving him. So the rabbit never sort of took off. We need 4 of these. So we've got 1. Yeah. But yeah, you were right. This is definitely was more of a delaying question. I mean, other people are welcome to chime in if they know. Like, Steamboat Willie is fantastic. Oh, Pete the cat. He wasn't, I don't think he was called Pete at the time, but Steamboat Willie is also the first appearance of Pete the cat, because he's the villain in that one. He's a villain in most things, and I don't understand why later on in Goof Troop they started making him be more friendly to Mickey's side. I mean, I guess you don't really need a permanent villain character, and Disney and everybody else is into having just about every villain you could think of have some sort of soft side. I mean, Maleficent as a movie did not need to exist, but hey, Disney decided we need to give that character a soft side, so we're going to have a whole movie about it and try to make people feel bad for the character. One could argue it's the same thing that's popular right now with the movie Wicked. I like the story. I'm a huge fan of the musical. Actually, I've never quite made it through the book, but that's on my to-do list. And the book is actually a series. It's not all about the Wicked Witch. It's like backstories of the characters. But they needed to give the Wicked Witch a backstory. Why? I have no clue. And it actually asks so many more questions than it answers. So I'm not really sure if I'm a huge twist. Tom and Jerry is, but it's not Disney. Though we can go there. Tom and Jerry was Hanna-Barbera, I think. I'll have to check into that one. That's a whole different category of stuff that they could get away with then that you certainly wouldn't get away with today. Okay. Ballpark this with my fingers. Try and get top and bottom. Really close enough, maybe? And only minorly crooked. That's not bad. Ooh! I like the way that edge turned out. Nah, boo. Can't have them both. Oh well. There's a lot more gapping on the picture than there is on the real deal. But there's definitely only the 2 stickers, so it's not like I'm pulling the wrong ones or something. So we can roll this geek out. Let me just do that. Pop Culture Party. Name... What? 4 heavy metal bands or groups. I was never really a heavy metal fan, and I don't really understand where the border comes between hard rock and heavy metal. Although that said, I'm not exactly sure I could name hard rock bands either. A lot of it really comes down to, do they play music I like? Yes or no? There we go. Those actually, wow. Cut it close on both sides, like on both pieces. And oddly enough, the strip I've got going on this one is matching up with the strip I've got going on that one, from the other way, and these two both equally squeaked without going over the edge. Unintentional. Now, I don't listen to heavy metal, so I'm not sure. So these two go together on this base. What are we doing with the lineups? Okay. There's one. I'd have to do something about that now playing on for Mondays. I mean, it's just the same thing. It's just telling you it's the New Year's background list. But the fact that it came up in behind the picture not so helpful. You know, we've got space. I think what I'm going to do is grab the picture and move it. Set image. Take this. I'm going to drop it up here. No, let's put it right up on top of these guys and I'll move them. Pile 1. Oh, this way. Ron and Hermione. Better? Okay, yeah, that works. Alright, so we've got this one. Let's keep going. We've got about half hour left for today's work. And then we'll hold off and pick it up another time. Now, that does bring up an interesting point. Normally, I shouldn't say normally, but what I've been doing lately is I've pulled back streaming. I used to do every single day of the week and did the math and it was like 12 hours. And I've cut back to 6. 2 for Lego and 4 for Minecraft. However, pulling a little from Dadcraft's book, Lego gets expensive. You know, I love it, but it gets expensive. Therefore, at some point, we need to back off, right? We've been kind of talking about this in the lead up to Christmas. Metallica, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, System of a Down. Oh, sweet. I guess at times Disturbed would work. Maybe it's the only one I could think of. Let's roll that just for fantastic. No, for fantastic answers to good questions. Thank you, Jay. That was helpful. So Lego gets expensive. So my question is, do I keep going with these? Or my other thought was to pull back and do Lego once a month. Which would suggest then that we wouldn't see more of this one until possibly the last week in January, I guess. Instead, I would have a do something else period. And in the do something else period, we would quite literally be doing something else. Now, because our bread and butter around here is Minecraft, of late my thought has been, I've got a lot of options, right? We've talked about potentially doing a forever world, or based off of an archive world. I might just do an archive world separately from that. I've got, what else have I got? This comes up from the bottom. There we go. The Bingo Championship of the World is coming. So we need some practice for that one. Because I thought about sitting it out this year, but if I'm out first round, that's fine too. So that's probably worth doing. And we could do that on Mondays, and we would do one card of that. And then, oh boy, what's this? Okay. Yes, I can do this 4 times, I assume. So we've got Bingo Championship of the World as a possibility. We've got, I talked about doing some modded. That may come. We'll see. I might combine that with the whole Forever World concept if I can find the right pack. We can jump on the, jump on the hardcore bandwagon. That's a popular one. Pretty likely. If you want to see the hardcore, then please do, if you've got the opportunity, jump onto Discord and just react to the announcement about it. And what else we got? 1, 2. We've got, yeah, I think those are the main ones. I know we need to get a move on with the Beatles stuff. I'm kind of, I don't know, wet feet on that at the moment. I know it needs to be done and needs to get moving, but just trying to figure out how to freshen things up for myself, as well as find some interesting-ish stuff to do. So the hardcore servers, 2 pieces are involved in that. One, you know, like a lot of people, I didn't have a whole lot of faith I'd stick around, but then we know that I play rather conservatively anyways, so maybe I would survive it. Who knows? Wouldn't do anything super dumb anyways. Or let me correct that. Dumb isn't the word. Super bold. Ace and Rose. I don't remember Ace, but yeah. Captain Jack was there for a while. one. Anybody watch ER? If not, we can roll that one right away. So, long story short, we've got options. The hardcore is cool. One of my hesitations was also that by the time I bothered to say, maybe I could do this, is we're getting quite deep into the first hardcore season. Now, I have thought about waiting till the next, the next rollover, meaning as in like everybody's bit the biscuit and they reset. And I think that's probably a little bit too long to wait because, flash in the pan and all that. But also, where am I here? Okay. But also with waiting, it just feels like nothing goes very far anyways. Then the question becomes, if we're going to do the hardcore, do we do it every day for a little bit? Like just use that as our break? Or do, I don't know. So as in put the other server on hold for a bit, maybe do hardcore? So, long story short being, I have so many choices, I don't know what to do with it. Hardcore on a group server actually would probably be reasonable. Once again, there's always those that want to, I don't know if they're flexing or what the deal is, but there's always those that want to do the things that I am not comfortable doing. And so if doing it on a group server might actually be doable. So we've got the top part is going to spin. Okay. So yeah, that's the thing. And if we're going to do Minecraft or hardcore, yeah, maybe I should just put the other server on hold. That might be easier because then I'm a little lukewarm on some of the stuff on there. But also the, the challenge, I guess, or the threat in hardcore of biting the biscuit makes even the day-to-day grinding fun. Sorry, the that you just got out of me was, I didn't realize, I'm not very good at lining up stickers normally, but this actually worked out really well. I'm quite surprised how level I got them. I really figured one would be offset from the other. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's funny because I used to treat, maybe that might be another option too. I used to treat bingo kind of like a hardcore, as in can't die because you can't get back there sort of thing. But truth is we can, right? It's not necessarily good. You'd have to have a major trek. Like you would never have a spawn point bed that's convenient, which isn't really the case. I mean, you can. But that is another possibility too, is what do you call it? When I do bingo practice, do it as though it is hardcore. So in other words, go until you bite the biscuit, or an hour, whatever comes first. We'll have to see how things go. I mean, there's opportunities there. But as far as actual hardcore goes, then maybe I should consider doing that. At least for the bit in between, once a month on these. Meaning between once a month on Lego. Okay, so this... I'm looking at it differently than the thing is showing me, so let's see if I can rotate. Okay, that's kind of how I'm looking at it, so if I can get it to clip in. There we go, that's better. This is a very different Womping Willow than what I've seen before. This one is far more tipped than what I'm used to. The last one we had was the same Womping Willow. The heck? Oh, we're making branches, okay. But it had the Fort Anglia stuck in the Womping Willow. So the Womping Willow had to be far more vertical. Oop, oh, I'm bumping my arm on the moon. Come on. This way, excuse me. Burp. There we go. 1, 2. I'm assuming we're going to do this thing 4 times and it's just showing us how to do 1. Okay, well then that yeah, if you want to throw your reaction in pro or con on the hardcore thing, there's a couple I know that are already saying yes, go for it. So maybe we should just switch over and try that starting Wednesday. So it'll be Wednesday and Thursday, so up to 4 hours this week. See, can I survive? And then we can just go back onto it on Monday. One of the things I like about it is I would theoretically need to figure out some builds and stuff, but I can putter with a lot of the puttery type of stuff that I like doing as part of Minecraft that doesn't have to be fancy pants builds. And that's actually good practice, because if I was going to do a longer term world, I would actually want it to be something that's not, seasonally thematic. And it's not because of struggling for any themes, I just don't usually do those kinds of things. So once again, it's do the stuff you either haven't done in a while or just have never done. I went and built Mirrored again. How? Why? Why? I don't know how I do that all the time. This is not a flipped camera. You are seeing what I am doing, and I am building in mirror, apparently. Is that better? Oops. Come on. Okay, so these do fit right up there. Maybe? Will do. Okay. I mean, it may not last long, right? And if something goes crazy wrong and we need to reset ourselves quicker than we think, as I said, there's always other opportunities. So bingo, or we could do it. I'm not as interested in a solo hardcore world, but maybe I'll have to by Wednesday figure out a backup plan, right? Because I know some of our community folks have, on their streams, had backup plans where if they bit the biscuit in hardcore on stream, they switched over to play bingo. Yeah, let's see what happens. I know that there's someone is angling to do a dragon run. I don't think that would be my first foray onto the server, because that'd be kind of stupid. But it'll be interesting to see how that one turns out for people. Okay. Are we doing it again? Oh, we're making 4 of them. Okay, it's walking us through all. Okay, there's one. I was gonna say, let's just keep going, but it's gonna take us through. Now, let's see if I can do it not mirrored this time. That would be nice. Come on, you. Oh, it didn't make clip noise, so. Bonk. Yeah, that one makes clip noises. All right. So, yeah, we'll see, I definitely will be avoiding the new biome. Oh, frick. I never remember what it's called, but the pale oak one with the creaking. That would be bad news bears. Not to mention, I like it, but I'm not sold on the washed out look of the biome. I don't know. But I also have not been listening to any of the rumors about what's coming next. So we could be seeing an overhaul to the whole works anyways. It's funny though, hardcore, when I first heard about it coming to Bedrock, it reminded me of a television chef who's by the name Martin Yan, whose tagline was, "Yan can cook and you can too." And it was basically, what occurred in my head was more of a, Mellis can hardcore and you can too. Because of some of the players that are well known for hardcore. There's 2. I'm assuming we're going to do it twice more. Nope, nope. I forgot the thing on the top. Did I forget that twice? Probably. I assume it's designed to pin these pieces on. We'll see if it comes up with the next one. I've got 4, so maybe I'm supposed to do that on all of them. Yep, here comes another one. Just like the other one. Let's see if we can get these 4 made up before the top of the hour. All right. And proof that quality control is always a challenge for every company. Ah, now it mirrored again. Lego, I don't like these mirrored left-hand ones. A right-handed individual. There we go. Yes, okay. I'm jumping the gun on them because let's just make sure we've got that. Okay, yeah. So I'm just going to jump all those bits and do it. And then it's going to take us through it one more time, I'm sure. So if that's the case, we'll just make the 4th one. Excuse me. 1, 2. Then we can at least get the Womping Willow mostly complete. This one, that one, and this bit. Gonna betcha. Yep, yeah, surprise. Okay, let's just build it. 2, 3, 4. Let's get to that point. So we've got this one. Back. Front. So, I guess, you know, and hardcore is one of those ones, however long it goes, you tried. I mean, the same thing was true with bingo. You know, you don't have to be good at bingo. You can stink at it, but it's still, to say you've tried, you've been there. And I mean, there is something to be said for, usually an understanding of the experience that some other players are having. And to some extent, hardcore is actually, I was going to say, an interesting split. So for the players that play too cautiously, it gives them a reason to be too cautious. And for the players that play incredibly bold, it sometimes can get them to put brakes on, but it can also have those that play bold because they're good at it, you know, show off. And sometimes it's just a matter of speed. And what I mean by that is that, like, let's just say I wanted to put together, in Java, you can do iron farms that don't involve having to have a zombie in there. I mean, the speed's a little bit slower, but it doesn't need you to risk pulling a zombie. Most of the flexing players will try, or will do it. But for the chickens, we don't have to, right? Whereas Bedrock, you've got no choice. That's just the way... The heck? Oh. That's just the way that iron farms work, is you have to put... Oh, shoot. Okay. You have to put a zombie in... Well, not a zombie, sorry. You have to keep a zombie out. There's only one way to do it, I guess is my point. In Bedrock, there's only one way. Whereas in Java, because there's the 2 ways, and the farms are smaller, you can generally get away without doing something, but you have to find villagers. And that's much more key in that respect, unless you want to manually go finding yourself iron all the time, which I think some do. If you like caving, that's the sort of thing you're going to like, I suppose. 1, 2. These ones are weird. I've used these shapes or something similar before, but these ones have a strange, like, almost silky texture to it, as opposed to the shininess of the rest of the Lego, which is great, but it feels weird when I'm hanging on to it trying to get the branch put in. Though I do like that we're not assembling the branch, as we do in some other sets. Because the other Womping Willow I had, we actually had to build it from a bunch of tubing, and that just made it twisty and stuff. Have a great Have a great time, lass. No big deal. We're only here for about another 10 minutes or so. So, you know, if I don't see you before then, have a great day, and we'll see you on Wednesday. So, yeah, even though it is New Year's Day, I had it out with my family last night. Suffice to say, I do New Year's, and they don't. And that's something I'm not necessarily in the greatest of moods about, but I'm not going to fight about it at the moment, and just go find something to do, you know?
Lie1C21
but the point being,
just redeemed biggest fan. Gary1638.
Hey there. Thank you for being my biggest fan, sir.
Hello?
So it looks like there's a lot of possibilities here for configurability and in elements of like where the lines go. We'll probably find out as we go that I've put them on wrong because this back one looks really weird. I think it's meant to be far more out. Maybe this way? We just got the blank because we're getting sounds from Discord, and that's just no big deal. Okay. This just looks wrong to me. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Okay, next. Oh. Huzzah. Okay. Alrighty. What do we do next? Mr. Potter? As you're here, sure. We'll do Harry. Now, unlike some of his other versions, we've seen this shirt before. But I cannot, at the moment, recall whether or not it was messy. Like whether the shirt was all muddied up. Let me just see if the figure has it muddied. Okay, let's spin this. So it's a little bit easier to show you guys the printing on this one because we don't get as much glare. Though the Lego lighting is kind of funny because you can force glare if you want. So we've got the dual-sided faces, and I think I'll do that instead of showing you the real deal because it's a lot easier to hold up. There you go. So he's got the super grumpy and the smiley one. I have a lot of smiley Harrys, so now that he's all messed up, I think I'm going to use the grumpy one. What you doing? I'm just finishing up the Womping Willow section of the Shrieking Shack and Womping Willow. And we've got ourselves a Mr. Potter to go with it. There we go. And it wants us to show the tile and the wand. Okay, I'll slide the separate pieces away. Do the wand thing. So we'll dig out the box of wands. And this is a dark brown. I do have a bunch of those. I used to, when I first started, break them all apart. And then, it's funny, the reason I have several separated is because I'd break a bunch apart and use them and then put the spares in a box. And every time I'd get a pair, I'd break them apart and put the spare in a box. And I thought, you know, this is kind of stupid. And then, so I stopped doing that. But then I decided after that, oh, well, you know, I still am going to store them broke apart. Which is kind of dumb, because it makes it a smaller piece to lose, but whatever. No, you know, I'm not always bright. So now I just use the separated ones for things, rather than breaking the pairs, and most of the time I don't even bother putting a wand in their hand. So you've got the trio, Harry, Hermione, and Ron. So we had Rena Ravenclaw on the last one, and this one is... I'm not sure. Don't know who that one is. I'll have to see if I can find a picture on the web and see who it is and then potentially post. Because just because they've got a long beard doesn't necessarily mean they're Dumbledore. They could be. That could actually be Godric Gryffindor as well, but normally you'd see other things like a sword and stuff, so I'll have to go check that out. You're trying to set time to stream again and build more 12 Grimble Place. That one is such a fun build. I totally enjoyed that one. It looks great. Be aware, this is from something else, but you will get these. The extendable ears pieces. I don't recall which bag they're in. Because they're not, I don't think they're loose. They might be. But if they're in a bag, you might want to pull them out in advance and just let them sit, because once they get a kink in it, like this one has a bit of a kink. I'll set that down. So it's got a bit of a kink and you're not really going to get that out. And they're using that as the extendable ears that goes like down the stairs. So it's probably worth letting those rest a bit, or heat them up and then let them rest. Okay, so we've got Harry. What are we doing next? Is there anything else to do? Nope, we are into the shack. Ah, read this set. No! Sorry. Okay, so the next one up would be starting the shack itself. Probably, I was gonna say with Sirius, but it looks like they're doing the figures after the main thing. So I think we're gonna call it here a little bit. So we've got ourselves the Womping Willow. Now, this is on purpose, this spinny bit. It's meant to be a character swapping thing. So you'll throw... actually, can I do this? Yeah, let's see. So let's weirdly say we want to turn... Polyjuice-wise, we're going to turn Ron into Harry. Sure. So we'll throw Ron on the front. And we'll pre-feed Harry in the back. Come on. Okay, there we go. So then you're looking at Ron's for most of the day, and oh my goodness, the moon comes out. Ah, oops, wands are in the way. That'll be something to think about. There we go, let's put him up. So, the moon comes out, and my goodness, he turns into Harry. Yay! Whatever. Yeah, we did okay on the timing. I'm actually trying to... I've got a weird workaround going for getting the Lego app showing on the screen. I've got a workaround right now, but I'm hoping if I can get the correct parts that we can switch for... I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make Ron not fall off. That we can switch for a same app, but different way of doing it onto the stream. Maybe I'll just leave Harry up there. Or Ron, whatever. So right now, this one is janky. How I ended up doing it is, I have Discord on my tablet. So I had Oswin log in to Discord on my tablet, share screen, and then switch to the app. And then in OBS, I'm actually on the computer getting it to use the source of Dylan watching Oswin's shared screen. It's a really lazy one. Yep, you can also, so there's dad jokes that way. And then you can also ask, you can also try exclamation point joke. I can't remember if it's exclamation point joke or exclamation point dad joke. Okay, so we've got ourselves the Womping Willow. It spins so it can womp stuff. You know, we've got a rolly thing so we can make it smack. And it's tipped because we not only need to have it smashing things, but we need to be able to reference at the back the bit where the dog dragged Ron down underneath into the tunnels that takes him from here into the shack. And then we got our fences. And same thing we always do with all the fences in the past. Or not fences, but flat areas, is we're going to use this as a way to hold onto our tiles from this set. So let's throw that down there. Like a doormat for now. There we go. All right. So, I'm just rolling the top of the hour. Where was I at? Oh, haha, % dad jokes broke. Okay, well, I guess that one broke. Apologies for that. Well, I'll take a look at that. Not a big deal. Yeah. So, long story short, we've got the Womping Willow. First bit. Wednesday will be probably hardcore. It seems like I'm getting feedback that people want hardcore. And we'll just roll from there and see how long that lasts. How rude, Oswin. You're supposed to leave it for Lyric to share the actual answer. Well, anyway. Okay, let's find somewhere neat to raid, and then we shall... Because I'm starting to ramble, and I'm forgetting what I was rambling about. So that doesn't help. Okay, well... We could... For those that are into that sort of thing, Get Zerked is showcasing some of their coding. Oh, that's fine, Lyric. Go for it. Get Xerxes showcasing some of their coding, it looks like. Memorable Jade is up. Doing, I don't know what. Something Minecrafty. Genfire is doing something Minecrafty. We've got Gadgets up, and I've got Melis Mines. Do any of those particularly ring anybody's bell? Any particular preference? I'm not too fussed about any of them because they're all pretty safe. We tend to go to Jade on Lego Day just because she does Lego as well. So let's stick with that pattern for now. And then we'll see what we do from there. So have yourselves a fantastic day. Thank you ever so much for hanging out. Always a treat. And I shall get this raid started. That's probably the best plan. There we go. Yoink.
Mischief managed.
Aha. I now remember what I was scrolling about. That's fine. So if you like emotes, there they are all over the place. If you like those sorts of messages, your raid message is on the screen. Of course, the top one is for subs, and the one below is for everybody. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming by. And we had a great moderation team today, including Jay, Mama Bear, and Fantastic Sherlock Fox. We also good conversation from last Metalhead Lyric, and we are off to see Maribel Jade. So, have yourselves a wonderful day. We're back to Minecraft on Wednesday. Until then, bye-bye for now.
Transfer complete.